Hey y'all, we back. We get a recap. All American Season 3, Episode 1. Y'all already know what the T is. We gotta see what's going on. I've seen some of the things y'all was saying in the streets. But we will talk when we get there. I ain't seen everything. I did see some things, so I am privy to some things going on. But I'm interested to see how I'm going to feel when I watch it. I hate that they ended off on this whole love triangle situation. Gross. But we finna see. 1 year and 3 months later, just like All American. Start of junior year. I hate that we didn't get to see what happened during that time jump. With the man she chose. And it's Damon. We get them having a smush session. Payne looks so fine. Okay. So Damone's, as I already knew, we were up. Championship week. Oh, so the Brinston Lions may take championship game sophomore year. So they was on top, even though the team was already on chopping block. This sucks. This so sucks because we didn't even get to see Damon and Simone in that whole year and 3 months they were together. So not only did the show end off on a cliffhanger, it was a year and 3 months that we didn't get to see their relationship, and that sucks. We didn't even get to see Damon's reaction. Like, we saw Simone's reaction when Damon told her that he loved her, but we didn't get to see her say it back. That sucks. I think the Damones were owed that. Now we at the championship game. Okay, so JR won't play then. Dang, it went center field, and that's where JR used to play. Okay, I see Big JR at the game. Keisha, Nate. So Lando did not want to be friends after Simone chose Damon. Not to say that's typical Lando, but that's typical. I expected that. Because had it been the other way around, she chose Lando, Damon still would have been friends with her. DC's HBCU committee? Auntie? So they been want her to work as a journalist, I guess, up there. Is that how they finna get rid of Auntie? Because y'all know they demoted her to recurring. Come on, duplicitous ways. She ain't letting Coach Marcus' duplicitous ways stop her from living her life. Period. Okay. Oh, Lord, what's happening? Why? We just started. Why her face balled up? We only 4 minutes, 47 seconds in. I love the fact that they always give Auntie natural looking wigs. JR. It's that little smirk JR and Keisha gave each other. I ain't really feeling that. I mean, JR is fine. Sylvester looks good. Okay, David said he about to turn up because my brother is here at the game, period. I know that's right. Okay, Santiago still there. We don't know everybody else, but Santiago still there. I also hate that we didn't get to see what happened exactly with JR. I know we knew he ended off with his nose bleedings, but we never got to see, I hate that we didn't get to see that process, the treatment and what happened, the diagnosis, people supporting him and everything like that. But with JR being in the game, it's good that Coach Marcus walked up to him and said to join the team, even though he's been on sick leave. I'm sorry, but I am a All-American homecoming girl. Like, All-American is straight, but this is my show. All right, Damon is up at bat. Woo! My boy hit a home run. I'm gonna miss this. I'm so pissed that this got canceled. Yeah. Not the game tied at the bottom of the ninth. Okay, my sister got her man jacket on. Why people leaving? And why Simone noticing that people leaving? Safe. JR just had to go through it. We ain't had to go through it. He done got kicked out of the KKK. Now he can't play baseball. I'm gonna sit here and talk to y'all while them ads is going. So y'all, for the starters, I guess I do appreciate that it gave us this little segment of a throwback. We did get to see some of the 12 months, even though this is just like one event, but it's way more than we got when we watched All American, because they gave us this little quick piece. Spencer Olivia was in the bed. She said she didn't want to go. It was a year and 3 months. Then boom, he left London. He went back to California. But now, like with this, we get this little moment. And so something is happening. We just don't know what exactly is happening. And that's the sucky part, because like we're coming into this kind of blind. Like we don't know what's really going on. And I hate that we have to actually like sit down and wait, because that's the only thing about the time jump. And I know like everybody was like geeked about the time jump because they felt like since all this time had gone by that they did not want All American to come back, and they was just getting in their sophomore year or still at their freshman year, and we ain't seen the sophomore year yet. But it was so many things they could have we could have seen as far as storytelling in that 15-month time span that we will never know, and we just have to get over the fact that we will never know it. Like, and that's the only part I don't like, because it's okay for us for example, I would have been okay with the time jump had we been filled in about things that happened, but we're not gonna know everything. And I wish it would have been moments that they could have obliged that we didn't really, didn't have such a high importance level. But Simone choosing Damon was one of them things that I feel like we should have known about. We should have been able to see Damon's reaction to her choosing him. We should have been able to see her reaction to him accepting and saying yes, especially since we've seen Damon long for Simone for so long. So, but I am happy to see that they were in a happy place. And like when I tell you the internet was in shambles last night, the internet was in shambles because like even though like I knew she was gonna pick Damon, it was just the simple fact that like, you know, seeing them on screen together after that 2 years of longing was like crazy. And now we finna get this moment of her coming up to him after the championship game, like embracing him, congratulating him. Where is Miss Schema? I can't believe she ain't there. They finna get a ring. She dating a star pitcher. What? What? Oh, here we go. Rebranding. The school is still broke. The school is still broke. Of course they're gonna cut to athletic programs. And of course it's gonna be baseball and tennis, right? Child. We started shenanigans already. What time is it? 9 minutes and 50 seconds in, we started shenanigans. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. And of course, Coach Marcus went to Amara to advocate. Oh, she keeping it strictly business. Standing on business, auntie. Not the board keep auntie in the dark still. She the whole president still in the dark about business at school. Oh, Jesus. Your wife. Exactly. So the only reason Crystal, the wife, came forward was because she wanted to marry somebody else and she was still technically married to Marcus. Dang, auntie. Claws were out. Sorry, Marcus. Auntie standing on business. We tried. Brinston got a lacrosse team. Now they're trying to organize a sit-in for the athletics. Oh, Coach Lonnie then came in. Hey, Coach Lonnie, she back from Disney, her Disney show, with Derek Luke. Ooh. Coach Lonnie and told Simone to leave it alone. You can't do everything. Simone is starting to act real Olivia Baker-ish. Might I add. Keisha and JR being buddy is not sitting well with me. Now he in the dorm room as a senior. Sylvester is so far. Now they finna go grab something to eat. Hold on. What's... Oh, hey, Cam. I like Cam being her assistant. That's cute. This is exhausting. Making Brinston trying to compete on a Harvard level instead of focusing on athletics. Like, a school is not all athletics just because they're a black school. Nope. It ain't nothing you can do, Simone. It ain't nothing. And then saying that if the athletes have a high GPA, then they can get an academic scholarship if their team is cut. So they won't not be able to afford a college. Oh, God. Yes. Okay. Typical. Just like Olivia. So Olivia wrote the article this time, but now Simone want to get Nate's boyfriend to write the article. Nate, you did not have to get Simone that man number because she was told away. I would have said no. Somebody got to tell Olivia and Simone no. You can't do everything you want to do when you feel like this is the best moment to strike the iron. There's a difference between striking the iron while the moment is hot versus you just being hard-headed and headstrong and doing what you want to do. Now, this is going to cause a stir up because we already know. The same thing happened on All-American when Olivia caused the whole stir up and caused the whole football team to be terminated because of her article, because she just had to tell. Versus letting them handle it and getting the coach up out of there. She had to just... Girl, they could have waited, friend. You didn't have to do that, Simone. So, as we heard, Nate is still dating Ryan, the journalist. We're still at a point where we don't know exactly what is coming down the pipeline as far as what Brinston is trying to do. It's reminding me a lot, and if you watch the quad, then you would know that on the quad, they were going through a lot of financial issues, and they even considered like having a merger to or what's the word, merging with a public PWI in order to receive funds and be kind of like under an umbrella type situation. And I forget if it was the water or the lights, but something was out at GAMU, and they ended up having one of the alumni write like this big check to get the lights or the water cut back on at the school. And so it's just, the storylines are very similar to me. And not that I have a problem with it, but I appreciate them still talking about real issues that are going on at HBCUs. And typically, like, at one point, I think earlier in All-American season, they was going to get rid of certain majors because they were finna merge, but they ended up stopping the merge. So here we are on technically year 3, and Brinston still ain't got no money. What's the T? Okay, we're getting our first Kamisha scene. Now, I never looked at Mitchell like this, but Mitchell is looking fine. I ain't even gonna hold you. And the reason why I didn't look at Mitchell like that is because I didn't like Cam's character on All-American. He really, like, turned me off and got on my nerves. So I was just like, ugh. But Cam got a whole nother rebrand on Homecoming. Come on, frat bros. Does Cam know that Keisha gave JR the bone marrow? Okay, so Cam does know Keisha gave him the bone marrow. Oh, something happened with Keisha. JR didn't know. Oh, now he about to feel guilty. And then Simone got an article written and she didn't even have the facts. Like, she didn't even have solid facts. Jesus. Exactly. Read them. They doing too much. But Damon pulling that same thing he did with Thea. Whatever she said, that's between y'all. Damon now. Right is right and wrong is wrong. They is cute though. Okay, period. Not Coach Lonnie, I need to see you now. Yes, are you really to reap your punishment because you was disobedient? What are you talking about? Exactly. Mm. Oh, Coco gave him a check. Okay, so it looks like tennis is off the chopping block because of Coco. But Coach Lonnie said don't do that. Exactly. Oh my God, two public. Oh, two athletic programs got cut. Baseball got cut. Oh my God. Simone, why you do that? Look at Damon going off. Oh, so this was still technically sophomore. We still in the flashback. Oh, so Damon won't even eligible to go in the MLB. Dang. Yep, he would have to leave. He would have to go overseas. See? They told you not to say nothing, Simone. Now you done put your man on the chopping block. See? And that's the same thing that happened with with Olivia and Spencer. When that article came out, Spencer and Olivia ended up breaking up. See? Oh. Oh God! Are we having deja vu, or is this the same exact thing? Are we having deja vu, or is this the same exact thing? Oh, I'm so pissed off. Oh, I'm so pissed off. Oh, I'm so pissed off. Y'all, I'm so pissed off because, like, seriously, like, really, y'all. So, of course, Simone Olivia Baker Hicks had to have her moment. To do what she wanted to do. And, of course, it directly affected Damon. And right after they won the championship, of course, baseball got cut. Because, of course, the article forced the school's hand. Of course. Right? It's only right? And, of course, with baseball being cut, of course, this is All-Americans Homecoming's way of not having Damon around full time. Of course. So they got to chop baseball to get rid of Damon. I don't know what JR is going to be doing in this capacity now. And if they chop in baseball, that means that Coach Marcus will not be there in a full capacity because that was his main job, was the coach. So all the people who were not series regulars, basically that just kind of chopped them. Like, oh my God. So now that Simone don't got the story with Damon, that's going to put Keisha and Cam, full price, Keisha, Cam, and JR, front and center. Oh, Jesus. No. You know what? I'm not mad at him for doing that. But Damon, you did just say it was all right until you find out it was going to be at your cost. So, I mean, your feelings are justified, Damon. You mad. You right for fussing her out. But at the same time, you shouldn't okay that behavior. You should have been the one to tell her, no, this is not okay. Just wait. Let's just wait. Everything will be all right, like you told in the beginning. Dang, so he would have to sit out a year and had to red shirt again because of everything that went to get down the first time. That does make sense. Mm-hmm. Get them in line, JR. Reel them in, JR. Something is better than nothing. Reel them in, JR. Be grateful. Be grateful. You should have did it, Simone. Girl, on the first episode, it's too much. Yeah, and wait. Be still and wait. Of course, that's Damon at the door. Oh, it's JR. Hey, JR. JR just asked Keisha why she didn't tell him about the side effects she had. Oh, Keisha! She said his was life or death, hers was just a couple of discomforts. Mm. Where's Gabby? Where's Gabby? Where's Gabby? Where's Gabby? Oh, so she had some complications and she couldn't get in dance. Your life is work. That's so nice, Keisha. The storyline is touching, but why did Keisha have to be the donor? I just want to know. Why couldn't they just have an anonymous donor? You know, why it had to be Keisha? What made them like, let's use Keisha? Dang, because he had liability, so he can't play no more. Dang. All right, we at Auntie Doors. What to do? Marcus. No way, I don't have time for you right now. Oh God, Coach Marcus, what did you do? What did you mess up about? What is it now? It's too much going on in this episode. Jesus. What Coach Marcus finna say to Damon? They switching this up. They switching this up. This. Oh. I don't like this. Oh Lord, now Santiago done walked over there. Now they all hearing it. Oh, like that. Oh, like this. Oh, like this. Welcome to All Americans, the Young and the Restless Homecoming. Because that is what it's giving. Is this Days of Our Lives or no? Because listen, the struggle keeps getting West Side and West Side. I don't like. I don't know if I necessarily. I heard what was just said, but I don't know if I necessarily agree because I feel like it's kind of revisioning something that may have been the case then, but it was not the case now. Because we as an audience knew that when we first were introduced to Brinston had went through a scandal on the baseball team. Yes. Right? And so the deal with the president was if Coach Marcus could get Damon to stay at Brinston and get Damon to sign, which at the time was a big deal because Damon was an MLB prospect and all of the top prospects and recruits were trying to bring funding back to HBCUs to put them back on the map. If the president said if Coach Marcus was able to get Damon to sign to Brinston as HBCU, then he would not allow the board to chop baseball because with Damon being a new MLB prospect, it would bring that notoriety and it would bring funding. It would bring positive images to Brinston's then tarnished reputation because of everything that Coach Shaw did before he left Brinston and went to Hawkins. So they made the playoffs last year, and I think they were a top 25 team, but they didn't make the championship freshman year. So since the team was doing good, it was assumed that the baseball team was okay and we're moving forward and everybody's staying at Brinston. But now here we are, a year and some change later, it's now being said that baseball was always on the chopping block. They were always going to get rid of baseball. Baseball was just put off. Them chopping baseball was just put off or whatever. So it's just hard for me to kind of believe that because the way the story was being told, it wasn't seeming as though baseball was ever on the chopping block. It was seen and assumed that baseball was taken off the chopping block because if they were able to bring funding, notoriety, and a championship to the school, or, being in the top 25, some kind of accolades was rolling in, then we were done. But now all of a sudden, it's making it seem like the article that Simone had published was not the reason baseball got the axe. Baseball was always going to get the axe, and that Coach Marcus and Keisha Daddy took some kind of deal to delay the axing of the baseball program. But now here we have Coach Marcus in the line of fire. I pressed pause on the episode, y'all, so I can get my thoughts together. We got Coach Marcus now in a direct line of fire to take heat because now everybody who was on baseball scholarship, now their financial future, especially if they don't have the money, is in jeopardy because of the fact that the baseball program is being terminated. So now it's making it look like Coach Marcus gambled with everybody's life opposed to, helping to bring baseball, which is, a predominantly America's favorite sport, but the minority is at this minority school. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that whole storyline, but hey, here we are. Here we are. Not deep. Not Big JR is Damon manager. Where's Kima? Where is Kima? How he just stepped in and was just like, Damon daddy, you know, get everything. That's my son. Everything is gonna be funneled through me for Damon and JR. Now he got this whole chance to play pro versus going to get scholarship also. He was on his way to president office to get a transcript. Okay, so Auntie still gonna take their job at DC. Girl, you forget Marcus. You got the whole school. So he bought Serona Rose. Can I call you Rose? Here she go. She would fly to any corner of this country to watch him play. She was willing to do long distance. Now he telling her he going pro. Okay, he going to play minors. She's so happy for Damon going pro. But any corner in the United States, right? Technically, the Dominican Republic ain't that far from Georgia. Oh, see, the tone changed. Her tone changed. Soon as he said, I'm up to play in the Dominican Republic. Okay. We know what that means. God almighty. We know what that means. We know what that means. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's over with. Dang. Well, we almost had one episode. Ooh. Yeah, they not staying together. It's giving that. Cause she ain't gonna want to hold him back. Be the reason he can't achieve his dream. I mean, in terms of Damon, maybe it would be easier for him to go ahead and play in the minors, because for him to get his transcript to try to go to another school and then him possibly having to sit out, you know, that's a thing. But and this would be technically the second time he would have technically left Brinston to go to another school for baseball. So of course, like, there will probably have been some repercussions for that. But then him going, you know, to play in the minor leagues, and then, you know, for him to play for 1 year, and then, you know, this, you know, I can't even help but think about Spencer, because Spencer kind of did the same thing. He ended up getting undrafted, but, you know, in terms of this, I'm gonna try to keep it on homecoming as much as possible. But in terms of this, like him playing for the team for 1 year and then a major league team drafts him or picks him up or whatever, you know, I don't know. I don't know how the club baseball thing works, but yeah, this is Damon's way of not being around. But I'm interested to see moving forward because she technically broke up with him sophomore year and not junior year. So I'm interested to see how him being around junior year is going to work, or if they're going to get back together during her junior year after they stay in contact for a couple of months or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it when the show, because we ain't got that much longer. Having family dinner, y'all. Family dinners are back. Kim talking about he couldn't stand Damon. Y'all was best friends. Why is Uncle JR at the big JR at the dinner? He don't even go. He don't even work here. Simone ain't saying nothing. I know that's right. All inclusive resorts, period. Oh, she planned it. She tried to soften the blow. Dang, Simone. They so stinking cute. I thought Coach Marcus was coming to the dinner. It's still. Why is still at the dinner? She went pro. She ain't supposed to be back. So your ex-boyfriend's your favorite picture? It's just crazy to see she came back to see Damon leave after he turned her down, and now he's with Simone, who was her arch rival. So weird. They're trying to make this a vortex. For real. Okay, so now JR finna put the whole baseball team on his back to bring the program back. Lord Jesus. It's finna be a long season, y'all. That little plaid dress she had on was cute. Dang, just when we was about to see JR and Damon fully and truly walk into their brotherhood with their daddy and everything, Damon gone. Now he felt like he losing his brother again. Oh. Why is BJ Hart here? What? Marcus? Oh, God. Coach Marcus was behind the pro thing. Period. Now Damon finna go probably have a conversation with Coach Marcus, because Coach Marcus was the one who got him the MLB, the club hookup after he messed up. Old teammate was playing on the team and hooked Damon up. Having Brinston be the next Harvard is really something. He asked him to look out for JR, since a lot of the guys are transferring. Okay, JR still get to keep his money. Coach Marcus made sure his scholarship transferred over to an academic scholarship. Corey is fine. Okay, Killer, we watch the show. Damon just thank Coach Marcus for all his, all his help in the last 2 years. Of course, you're looking at Althea Gibson, the first black woman to go to the U.S. Open. And of course, Hank, who is that? I don't know who that is, but a Negro League baseball player on the wall. Hank Dawson. Baseball and tennis. You see what they did there? God, he called her Simone Hicks. It's gonna be a waffle head again. Y'all, Simone finna pull the plug on this relationship. I saw this clip online last night. I just needed context around the conversation. Oh. I just want to know why Simone didn't just choose to try to do long distance. I mean, I know she didn't want to do it. It didn't work out with her and Jordan, and that may be the cause of her concern with letting Damon go. But I just feel like Damon was different, especially with them being friends and, everything. But you hear Damon say, I will not give up on us. I will fight you on this. Mm-hmm. He said he haven't had enough time. She said it's just for now. Who knows what the future holds? It's still unwritten. So Damon and Simone will be a thing. It's just we leaving it right here in sophomore year, at the end of sophomore year. And so she's still thinking about it. And now we back to present day. 1 year and 3 months later. Oh, Auntie didn't come back. They got Auntie apartment. Ooh. Wow, so Nate and Keisha and Simone gonna live in Auntie's apartment while Auntie is in DC. And this is the start of her junior year and their senior year. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so that was kind of different because, you know, they kind of did it different with All American and then Homecoming. With All American, we quickly saw like a flashback of what happened prior, and then we went to present day, which was 1 year and 3 months later. Okay, so if we gonna do time, that means that Damon and Simone were not together for 1 year and 3 months. They were together less than that. Because if the episode started off present day 1 year and 3 months later, that means Simone and Damon had already broken up. And we don't know how things were with them, if they were in communication or anything after he decided to move to the DR to play baseball. So everything we saw was, their sophomore year, which was different because in All American, like I said, we just got that quick time frame, and then we got present day, and then we had to kind of move everything. We had to try to figure out everything that may have possibly happened while Liv was in London for those 1 year and 3 months. And then, her getting back on track with Spencer when she came back. So with Homecoming, it's a little different because we got to see a nice segment of what happened, even though it was just like a partial time frame. We got to see a good portion of what happened in between the jump. So the episode started off with the 1 year 3 month time jump with Simone bringing her bags and everything into the apartment. But she thought about everything that happened leading up to that moment. So she thought about everything in her sophomore year that was leading up to that moment. So now moving forward, Simone will be playing tennis this year since the tennis team got saved. So she will still be playing tennis. And maybe Thea will be coming back in some aspects to help Brinston when she's not having a pro match, I guess. Maybe. That's the only thing I can think, because she's not a student. She went pro, so that means she had to withdraw from school. So, well, they didn't make it known that she did not withdraw from school. So, I'm just trying to figure out in what capacity Thea is going to be around. Okay, and so I did see the preview. I think Lando is coming back, or Simone will be having a conversation with Lando. Now, I talked to one of my, homegirls, because, it's the whole gang of us that, talk on a regular, but, we started off with Swagger, and then, we got some of us that's in the Homecoming group. So, I was talking to her, and my guess was, before the season started and before this episode aired, was that, of course, that she would pick Damon, she being Simone would pick Damon, and then since Damon's character has now been bumped down to recurring, something would happen to break her and Damon up. So I was right so far with my prediction. And then Simone would get with Lando. And then, in some capacity, Damon would be around. I don't know how that would work, though. I didn't think about it that far. But now that I actually saw the episode, it was said that Simone and Lando didn't talk for some time because Lando was upset that she chose Damon. So, at the fact that her and Lando didn't have a conversation, I'm seeing that it's going to be somewhere in the story that Simone and Lando going to have to cross paths, and I'm seeing, if I could, just think about where the story could go. I'm guessing that they're going to have some type of a closure type conversation. I don't know if Simone, I don't feel like Simone would be romantically involved with Lando in the capacity that she was last year during season 1, during season 2. Would they have a slip up, or would she have some type of emotional moment with him? Probably so. But after that whole situation with her being devastated about having to let Damon, go and try to achieve his dreams, that makes me feel like Simone is still in love with Damon, and that with the whole, we don't know what the future holds, the rest is still unwritten. That gives me that Damon will be back in the picture with Simone in some capacity. I feel like with this being the final season, Damon and Simone will probably end the show together versus, her being with Lando. Now, I do think that this season, with Lando being bumped up to a full cast member, I do think that we probably will get a chance to know a little bit more about Lando, and not so much in his romantic capacity with Simone, but just like who he is as a person. Because since we first met Lando in season 1, Lando was the villain. He was Damon's arch rival. So now that Damon's not going to be in the picture fully, this means that if the baseball team does come back and JR helps the baseball team come back, then Lando will probably step up into Damon's spot and be the star pitcher or the starting pitcher on the team if they allow the team to come back. I can't see the baseball team not coming back, especially with that happening last year and then the time jump being 1 year and 3 months. So that means that, unless they spend a good portion of this season trying to get the baseball team back and then allow it back. But I don't see the baseball team never coming back, because then that would make it pointless for Lando to have a storyline. It would make it pointless for JR to have a storyline, and Coach Marcus. So, I just feel like, like I said, the baseball team will come back in some capacity. We will see Simone and her tennis journey and whatever happens with Simone this year, because if they already done shook the table episode 1, I'm sure they gonna flip the table throughout the rest of this season. It just sucks because watching some of their interviews and reading some of their articles that have come out around the time that this show was coming out, the lack of promo for the show, even though the show had lack of promo the other years, the cast was way more involved in putting on for the show and trying to make sure the show was seen. They were very active, might I add, especially Royal. He was very active in promoting the show, but we didn't really get that this year, and so that let me know things weren't looking too hot. And then when the news came around about Homecoming being canceled, we heard rumors, but then when it was confirmed, I'm just I don't know, was there a fight for the show? You know what I mean? And I hate that this show didn't really get its just due to do what it could have done. I just don't feel like CW was probably the network for this type of show, and I wish there was another platform or another network where this show could go and continue on, because people were invested into the show. You know what I mean? And so it's just like giving a middle finger to the fans, the people who did support the show, because you didn't see the value in it, but you saw the value in All American and starting it over with a whole new cast. So that's kind of weird, but here we are. But yeah, as far as Keisha, I guess we're still gonna get Keisha's dance storylines. We're still gonna see like the effects of what happened after JR, and I guess probably moving on with the season, we'll probably get to know more details about Keisha being JR's donor, the complications that she went through, you know, her rise back to getting in dance and becoming more comfortable again after she had those complications. JR, his recovery, how his recovery is going, you know, if he'll ever be able to be cleared to play baseball again, or if he's totally not gonna play baseball anymore. We'll get to see what's going on with Cam moving forward, and how his music major is going, and what role he plays in KK, because now he would have been in KK probably a year. So if they're gonna have the new pledges or whatever like that. Who else am I forgetting? Oh, and of course, now that Auntie has taken this role with the White House, she's gonna be back and forth between doing Brinston and, you know, trying to help do HBCUs, which, you know, they kind of tie her story in, you know, kind of good, because with her being the president of HBCU, her going to DC to fight on behalf of HBCUs and, you know, to work on a committee, you know, that was a good way to kind of phase her story out, seeing as though Auntie is now going to be a recurring character. So I guess on the days that she's on set, that would be her time away from the White House, and the days that she's not there on set, she would technically be at the White House. I'm interested to see how they're going to bring Damon back and forth, though, because if Damon's technically playing baseball in the DR and he's a recurring character this year, I wonder, like, what his role will be technically, because he's going pro. So it kind of puts him in the same line as Thea. Like, she went pro, she came to Brinston, why is she here? Damon went pro, he's at Brinston, why is he here? Also, I don't know if I said it, but I'm interested to see like how Damon and Simone have navigated their relationship on this break, or because she said this is just for now. She didn't say that it will be like a permanent thing. So I guess moving forward, Simone is single, or is she waiting? Like, it's kind of like, to me, if y'all watch Grownish, y'all remember when Jazz and Doug was dating, and Jazz asked Doug for a break so she could focus on trying to make Olympic times, and she asked Doug to wait for her, and then she kind of, you know, had a fling or two on the side, and then Doug found out about it, and he was like, but I was waiting for you. You know, I was all locked in on you. I was waiting for you. I did what you asked me to. Like, I wonder if it's going to be something like that where, you know, him and Simone ain't together, but they were waiting for each other, and they were still in communication, and, you know, they were still heavily invested emotionally with each other. And if he comes back and forth to see Simone, you know, if it's like that, well, they're not together, but he still loves her and she still loves him, and so they're trying to navigate this space and work out how they want to go about being together. So I'm interested to see that. So yeah, y'all, I'm sorry that the video is long, but we ain't chatted in a minute, and we just gonna hope for the best, you know, with this season. And I know that it got canceled, but hopefully by the time the season is over with, maybe there's something that we could do, or maybe somebody will change their mind, or maybe somebody will windmill and pick the show up. Hopefully it just don't go out on a sad note, because that's what it's giving. But yeah, y'all, I'll see y'all next week. Let me know y'all thoughts. Well, I already know some of y'all thoughts because I've been watching the timeline just to see what was going on, because I knew that I had to come and do this today. And I had so many thoughts, but after watching the episode myself, it gave me some different thoughts versus the ones that I was seeing online. But yeah, so I'll be back next Tuesday with the review, child. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back with more. Deuces.